I'm going to talk about 3 drills that you can use within the backswing and the downswing, which is going to help you transform your downswing. So one common issue I see in a regular occurrence with a lot of people that struggle with backswing issues, starting off with issue number 1, we set up to the golf ball, we swing the club back. If you think about the space your right hand creates between your right shoulder, that angle narrows too quickly, club gets slightly across the line, left arm really gets low across your chest, so your hands essentially get quite low compared to your right shoulder, and as you come into the downswing, then the shaft has to pitch in a steep state to try and get the club back to the golf ball, and then we lose control. Place your hands on the grip, so left hand on the top of the grip, right hand on the steel, so both hands are at the same width as your shoulders. We're going to swing the club to the top of the backswing. As you get to the top of the backswing, the 2 feelings from here is you're going to keep your arms nice and extended for as long as possible in the backswing. So both arms feel straight, left shoulder feels down, right shoulder feels back. And I'm trying to get my arms to keep the same width as they create an address to the top of the backswing. So your hands will feel higher than your shoulders, your left arm will feel more on your shoulder plane. But because we've created the width in the backswing, as we come into the downswing, that angle is going to narrow. So that's going to enable you to get that right elbow more in front of your right hip come down, create that acceleration in the right arm to impact. Drill number 2, flip your hands around the other way so both thumbs face each other. So your right hand's on the grip, this time left hand's on the top of the grip. You're going to make some swings, and you're just going to make some swings to the top of the backswing. Feeling the width in your right arm, how to facilitate this movement. Your left shoulder's going to move down and across. I really feel like I'm trying to lean into my right shoulder in the backswing. What does that mean? I feel like I'm really rotating my right shoulder into my right heel. That as you're feeling all your pressure going to move into your right heel. As you swing back, everything's going to feel nice and wide. If I get too narrow, the right arm starts to get too far behind the right side of my body. So really create the width that's set up, both thumbs pointing each other, swing to the top of the backswing, feel the width. My hands are as far away from my right shoulder as possible. Then as you come back down into impact, it's this feeling of creating the width in the backswing, coming into the downswing, then the angle is going to start to narrow. So that's 2 drills that corresponds to the same issue. If you get to the top of the backswing, your arms really narrow in. A lot of people have been told in the past to keep that right elbow cemented to your right side of your rib cage. Probably not good advice if you want to create more width in your backswing. So as you do that, the right arm stays really narrow. Then this right hand gets quite close to your right shoulder, left arm gets really flat. The only way getting back to the golf ball is this left shoulder drops too abruptly, the shaft steepens, and then to avoid a collision with the ground, we shallow up a blade, we would start to tilt behind the ball, left shoulder goes up. So sort out the setup, create more width in the backswing by using those 2 drills. Drill number 3 that's going to help you create a bit more width in the backswing. You're going to put both hands on the golf club, you're going to swing to the top of the backswing, you're going to stretch your right hand to touch the club head, so that automatically allows that right arm to straighten and extend. Then as you come back into impact, if you struggle with shallow in the golf club, if you don't create enough right shoulder rotation, enough chest rotation, and then that corresponds to enough arm depth in the backswing. So if you slice the golf ball, if you swing over the top, if you struggle with impact issues, the chances are you're swinging to the top of the backswing, the club's either getting across the line, your hands are not getting as far over your heel line as possible, your hands pretty much sit over the middle of your foot, your hands get above your head, then as you start to rotate, the arms come down in front of you, and when you do this inside, the key thing is don't damage anything. That is the key thing. Feel that right arm's nice and straight, extend your right hand to touch club head, then as you come back down into impact, right hand is then going to connect back with your left hand at the time the shaft gets parallel to the ground. Extend the right arm, touch the club head, feel the width, you feel that right shoulder blade rotate. Behind you, you feel that a little bit more sit into your right heel. Then as you come back down impact, if I get too steep, the shaft will want to tip out this way. So you're really trying to do from you're going to let the weight of the clubs, the centre of mass drop behind your hands. That is the feeling. The right hand, the club head, feel the stretch in the right arm, right shoulder blade, the right scapula. And then as you come back down into impact, your right hand's then going to trace down the golf club. You can see from the other club heads in line with the grip end of the club. My right shoulder is slightly behind my left shoulder, and then that feeling is going to create the width in the backswing. then that angle's going to narrow in the downswing. So a simple feeling on the way through, we talked about in the backswing, you really feel like you're leaning to your right shoulder in the backswing. That's your feeling. As soon as you feel that movement, you're then going to start to transition towards a target into the downswing. A feeling on the way through is you're going to swing to the top of the backswing. As you come into the downswing, think about the position in your left shoulder, your left hip and your left foot. Many people struggle with the club head hitting the ground well before impact as the left shoulder goes up too quickly. The left shoulder gets inside the left knee and the left foot, the chest gets behind the ball. At impact, as you're trying to get your left shoulder almost over your left foot, that is a great drill or a great feeling to move your low point ahead of the golf ball. We don't want to accentuate this movement with the driver. At the moment impact, the left shoulder is going to work up, the right shoulder is going to work down more, so there's more tilt in your shoulders and enables the club to work low to high. So if you're this golfer, I'm going to swing to the top, feel like I'm leaning into my left shoulder, so feel like my left shoulder gets over my left foot. You can see from there, that creates a separation of my knees, my weight's going into my left side. I feel like I'm grabbing the ground, so I'm creating a little bit more resistance into my left foot. But lean into your right shoulder in the backswing, swing down, my left shoulder is going to feel like it favours my left foot. I'm leaning into my left shoulder, that's going to get my chest ahead of my belt buckle just for a fraction of a second, and then my chest is going to rotate through impact. If you struggle with your iron play, just try and get your left shoulder over your left foot or lean into your left shoulder, that's the feeling. If you've got any thoughts or any questions regarding those backswing and downswing drills, comment below the thought you'd like to see my channel in future weeks. If you want to receive an initial swing analysis free of charge via the Skillest app, follow me on the app under Jamie Allen, upload a video swing and I'll get back to you within one work a day. Also like and subscribe to the channel.